Maraming salamat, Mr. President.
These might be words of gratitude from the Vice President for her 3-week stint as co-chairperson of the Interagency Committee on Anti-Illegal Drugs, or ICAD. But in her 40-page report on the drug war, she did not mince words.
Failure talaga siya. Gaya ng sinabi ko sa report na masyado lang natutukan yung street-level enforcement. Yung pagtugis sa mga maliliit na mga pushers at users. At kahit gawin ito araw-araw, kung hindi naman inaasikaso yung supply constriction na nanggagaling sa yung pagtugis ng mga malalaking mga suppliers.
To prove the point, Robredo used ICAD's own metrics, one of which is the PNP's estimate that 3,000 kilos of shabu valued at 25 billion pesos are consumed each week.
Pero ayon sa report ng PIDEA, mula Enero hanggang Oktubre 2019, nasa 1,344 kilong shabu lang ang nakuha nila. 1% lang ito ng kabuuang konsumo sa buong bansa.
Robredo added that based on an Anti-Money Laundering Council report, government was only able to freeze 1.4 billion pesos in drug assets, hence a measly rating from the VP.
Isipin na lang natin kung exam ito, ang magiging score ng ating pamahalaan ay 1/100.
But she clarified, she's not putting the anti-drug effort in a bad light. She just wanted to make recommendations, like placing the ICAD under the Dangerous Drugs Board so that the PIDEA can focus on law enforcement. She also called on a stop to Oplan Tokhang and for authorities to come out with operational guidelines to prevent abuses. Robredo admitted though there are sensitive information, she's not at liberty to divulge, as these cannot be independently verified. Presidential spokesperson Sal Panelo simply brushed off Robredo's dismal rating.
The fact remains that we have dismantled so many drug factories, illegal drug factories.
Panelo said there's nothing new about Robredo's statement, even accusing her of grandstanding.
I think she just wants to be relevant. Pero prior to that, di ba, bagsak siya ng bagsak, pababa ng pababa. Dapat nga, nagpapasalamat siya kay Presidente.
For News 5, Maricel Halili, we are One News.
Some senators beg to differ with the Vice President's description of the drug war as a failure. Senate President Tito Soto says it fails only when you stop fighting, as it is what he called a constant battle versus drug dealers, drug dependents, corrupt officials, and cerebrally challenged critics. Soto calls Robredo's perspective very different and misplaced from his what he called experienced fight against drugs since 1988. For Senator Coco Pimentel, the government's anti-illegal drugs campaign cannot really be a failure. He says running the country is more than that, especially that the government is also fighting injustice and inequity, fighting inflation, fighting terrorism, fighting corruption, among others. Pimentel, however, agrees with Robredo that the administration should go after the big-time suppliers and manufacturers. Senator Panfilo Lacson, meanwhile, prefers to call the drug war not successful enough instead of an outright failure. Lacson stresses intelligence should be given utmost priority. He calls on the government to impose a no-mercy policy against corrupt anti-drug law enforcement operatives immediately.